Hi Libra, welcome to your February 2019 General Tarot reading. I'm Rena. Just do it in half like this. This is, oh my goodness, my cord keeps coming out. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot, by the way. Oh, if only I could pick these cards up here. I know I can get a Libra person to appreciate the art. Oops, there's that tower card again. Okay. This card is one of my favorites because it's so creepy. It really is creepy. I'm going to pick an additional card just because of the nature of the Four of Cups. All right. All right, all right. Oh, gosh. The heart of the matter is the Mother of Cups, which corresponds to the Queen of Cups in other decks. And the Queen of Cups is a card, you know, it's funny that I've been getting this card over and over again. I don't know if it has something to do with psychic upgrades or something, but this is kind of a card of having a real intuitive part to yourselves, although this can also be artistic influence, and compassionate, the Queen of Cups. This is connected to, I believe, Cancer. Is it Cancer or Pisces? I mean, you know, Scorpio is the other water sign, but I think it's connected to Cancer, if I'm not mistaken. But in any case, this can be like a, so this could be a Cancer individual, I suppose, of either gender, but it could be a mother-in-law, it could be your own mother, and if so, if this is somebody else, this person may be actually a very good force in your life. I don't see it like the meddling mother-in-law, unless it's just talking about the sign of the individual, and then they could be meddling if they're Cancer. If their son is married to you or something. But if this is like an influence, a motherly influence, then it's very caring, because it's cups. It's very nurturing to you, and it could be this feeling of being cared for in some way, even if you're not physically with this person. They somehow relay a sense of the fact that they are thinking of you, or that they are concerned about you. If this is you, you may be very receptive to psychic input, influence that is coming in at this moment. And like I said, it could be like very good for artistic inspiration. In the past position, we have the Five of Swords. So this is a card of a lot of, you know, slander, backbiting, people gossiping around the scenes. And, you know, this might be a long shot, but let's say you gave birth and you have these flying monkeys around you. Oh, she's, you know, that child is not, she's pretending it's from this person, but it's really from another person, and saying stuff about you. And actually, you know, I'm talking about mother-in-law issues or something along those lines. Yeah, somebody who is very protective of their child, adult child, let's get it straight here, and is maybe even acting like they care to your face, but really behind your back, they're like triangulating. I think of the Five of Swords is triangulation, okay? Even though, you know, we think of 3, this is the number 5, but the number 5 is a number of conflict. And, you know, multiple people who are involved in this situation. And it's like, what is their agenda here? Are they trying to help matters, or are they trying to make it so that you are alienated from your partner? Oh, you know what? And this could be in the workplace too. So the Mother of Cups could even be like a female supervisor, person who is in charge. And there's all kinds of stuff behind the scenes. Excuse me. The higher message is the Tower. Now, I'm even thinking with this card that this could be that something happens, and, you know, it could even be astrologically timed, where, like, because we have these in February, we have a supermoon, a full moon in Virgo, and you are, yeah, well, you're a Libra, so that's going to be your 12th house. So that could be secrets coming out that reveal everything, that tell you that somebody is trying to act like they're on your side, and they're really not. They're really, and maybe it's more than one person, I should say. And you might have to, I think with the with the Queen of Cups too, it's about you being able to use discernment on a higher level, not using your intellect like a Libra person likes to do, but using the intuitive gifts that everyone naturally possesses, and determining whether or not somebody is being straight with you. And again, this may not even be directly directed towards you, this communication. As a matter of fact, I think it's more likely being done behind your back. But you're still interacting with these individuals in some way, shape, or form, usually through, you know, social interactions, or if it's at work, through the workplace. Now, this Mother of Cups person, typically I would see them as a sympathetic character, but now that I think about it, this could simply be the person who is in charge of the business or what have you, and she may be in it up to her eyeballs. Who knows? You know, she might be kind of like enabling this situation to occur because they want to like suck up to her, and she wants that sort of affection. You know, like when people try to play off one person to the other and create rivalries with people, one of the things that's happening is everybody's vying for their affections, you know, so it gives them, there's a payoff for them too. It's not just that they're creating chaos for no reason. So, you know, if this is an actual water sign individual, she may be feeling like she needs emotional stimulation, and that's why she's doing it as well. What crosses you is represented by the Strength card, and I think, you know, the first thing that popped into my head was that this situation could be weakening you, and you have to watch out for that. By the way, the Strength card in reverse could also, which is how I'm reading it, could also be, you know, weakened immune system. And when you have stress, that can do it too. And that's why you have to protect against your physical health as well. So any kind of toxic environment, be it in your home life or in your work life, could impact you in many different ways adversely. So but in terms of just psychologically, this can make people like doubt themselves, question themselves, second guess themselves. So this is one of the reasons why it's so crucial to feel like you have this supportive environment, that you're not, with people who are like behind your back kind of saying all these terrible things. Obviously, you can't control what other people say, but you know what I'm saying is that it's not, it doesn't feel good when you know that there's something going on that you have no way of really, putting your finger on. What is coming in is represented by the Nine of Cups. Well, I didn't expect this card. This is a really positive card. This is wish fulfillment. So, in the first thing that came into my mind, I was thinking of Abraham Hicks, the law of attraction. And one of the things that they say is that, there's this thing called vibrational escrow. and I, these terms are so kind of wacky, but or rockets of desire, you might have heard that too, if you're into that stuff. Where, even when you're in a really bad situation and you're like, God, I wish I could do this, or I wish this could happen. That feeling of wanting to improve your situation creates its own energy field, if you will, that is, a future manifestation. And eventually you can, even when in those challenging times, you can kind of create the circumstances for something new to come in that is actually very positive, like having your wishes fulfilled. If you were always without conflict, you would never even have a wish. If everything was just perfectly fine. So these challenging experiences actually serve as contrast to you, to show you what it is that you want versus what you have at this moment. So they're actually good, believe it or not, to have these experiences. So whatever has been happening can lead you to a higher reality, a better life situation, a better workplace situation. The outcome that I got was the Four of Cups. And this is, I can't even with this card. But the Four of Cups, one of the reasons why I shake my head at this card is because, besides it creeping me out though, it doesn't, to me, I don't understand, the connection between this mouse and what this card stands for. Usually with the Four of Cups, I think of somebody who's dissatisfied with their life. Okay? And, but the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, and then the outcome is the Four of Cups. So that's what's so strange about that combination. But I'm saying that the depiction, I'm like, where does that come from? The thing is that it's kind of like in Buddhism, they say, about the different forms of suffering. One of the forms is not getting what you want, and one of them is getting what you want. Because there may have been something in all of this that, what I think of is like people who fall in love with somebody who's married, and then and I'm thinking of like Hollywood stars, because, the gossip columns, and they go through all of this drama because of it, and then that person cheats on them again with somebody else, and they're left like the Four of Cups. They're like, oh, is that all there was? After all the hell I went through to get with this person, now they're doing it again. Well, you could easily say you wanted something, that was your desire, but the desire itself was a bit suspect, because it wasn't coming necessarily from the best place. Maybe the person was only thinking of their own selfish needs, and they weren't thinking about how this was going to affect other people. So, that's one possibility. But in this particular case, it could simply be that something happens to you in February, Libra, that maybe makes you really overjoyed, and it highlights the areas of your life that feel dissatisfactory, or is it unsatisfactory? You know, where you just don't feel the passion anymore. And that's good because, again, you see the contrast. So I did pick a clarification card here. And I got the Three of Wands. And again, you know, I was, going back to that initial card, if that's a Cancer individual, we have this Cups, and maybe it's that you think this is the person for you, and you find out that they're really not, and you have to kind of admit that to yourself. And the Three of Wands is a card of expansion. So I could totally see, if this is literally a Cancer person and you're a Libra, that eventually, this isn't going to be 100%, but in some cases, that person would curtail your freedom. And if this is some kind of a situation at work, it could even point to being an entrepreneur and maybe doing your own type of business. So, because then you won't have to deal with all of these people behind the scenes. And plus, with the Nine of Cups, something may come about that enables you to do just that. So, you know, I think this is really a good thing. It's kind of like life. It's messy, isn't it? It's not just necessarily clear-cut and everything is just harmonious from the get-go. But you can make it work, and I know that Libra people are very talented. So in any case, Libra, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Have a great February. Bye.